Hi, my name's Nicholas, and I'm going to tell you the story of Milk is for Milk and Water is for Water, a story that we heard and learned from Hala in Gaza. Hala said that her grandmother taught her this story, and we are so grateful to Hala for sharing this beautiful Palestinian story and sang with all of us here. There was once a milk seller, and he was a very good man, and he had excellent milk. It was rich and creamy, but he only had half a jar that he could sell at the markets every day. And every day he would go down and he would make some money from his loyal customers, and then he would go back home. And he lived very simply. One day, he looked around and he realized that so many of the other merchants were much better off than him. They were wealthier. Some of them had a donkey. Then some of them had a cart. And, as Hala said, some of them had a donkey and a cart. And he thought that he would like some of those things too. So this morning, on his way to the market, he took his half jar of milk. And while he was passing the river, he stopped and he filled the rest of his jar with water. When he got to the market, he sold his milk to his unknowing customers. And he made twice as much money as he usually did. Oh, he was very happy, and he thought, I'll be able to get all these extra things. I'll be able to have a donkey, and I'll be better. So as he was walking home, it was warm, and he found a tree near the same river, and he sat down, and soon he fell asleep. When he awoke, he looked around, and he could not find his purse with all the coins in it that he had made in the market that day. He looked around frantically, but then he heard above him the laughing of a cheeky monkey. He looked up, and there he saw that that monkey had got his purse. The man called out to the monkey, "Monkey, monkey, give me back my money!" The monkey just laughed and smiled and reached into his purse and took out one coin and threw it down at the man, hitting him in the head. "Monkey, I need all of them. Please give them back." But the monkey just reached into his purse, took out another coin, and threw it far out into the river. "No," said the man, "please drop them to me." But the monkey kept throwing the coins, one at the man, and then another into the water. One down at the man, and one into the river. And this kept on going until all the coins were thrown down. And when there were no coins left, the monkey dropped the empty purse to the man below. The good man gathered the coins that were thrown down at him, and he counted them up, and he saw that there were exactly half the number of coins that he had made that day. Indeed, it was just as much money as he had ever made going to the market with half a jar of milk. The man thought for a moment, and he smiled. And he looked up at that cheeky monkey, and he said, "You rascal! Thank you. Thank you for teaching me this lesson. You have given me a message. You have taught me that I can be grateful for what I have, that I can be happy with what I have, and that I can be honest when I sell it to my customers." It's kind of like, he said, water, milk is for milk, and water is for water. He smiled, and he repeated that to himself all the way back home. And the next day, he only brought half a jar of milk to the market, and he told the story to his customers and what he had done the day before, and word got around. People told this story all over his village, and soon that story spread throughout Palestine. And the message and the saying of milk is for milk and water is for water has been passed down for generation to generation of Palestinians until Hala's grandmother told it to Hala, and Hala was able to share it with us. And I heard it from Hala, and now I've told it to you. And maybe you'll continue telling it to somebody else. Thank you, Hala, and to your grandma, and to all the people of Palestine who've shared this beautiful story. Thank you.